And tell us about your vision. How you got this vision? How did this all come about?
Okay. Um, well, United Worship came about down deep, but it came about through prayer as
Okay.
usual. I don't have any events without first going into prayer, asking the Lord really, well, having an in-depth conversation with Him, just like I mean you haven't gone,
Yeah.
asking Him if this is something or that He wants me to do. I don't move without Him, whatever. But anyway, He said to me that He wanted to invade the country with worship. And I was like, invade the country with worship. How do I do that? Of course, I tarried with that for a bit. And it was one day, at random, he just said, unite. And I'm like, unite? And he's like, yes, unite. And as the week went by and I prayed about it some more, that's where the whole united worship came about. And what we've been doing since then, we've been going on tours per se, like how you have a music tour.
Right.
We've been taking worship and going on tours to different churches, and we call it United Worship Tour. And so this really is really the climax of what we've been doing all year in terms of uniting the entire body to worship, coming together at one place, one time, everyone on stage, creating a sound that God can hear and make and move on really.
What I've noticed with your events is that you have a huge following of young people.
Hmm.
10, 15 years ago, you wouldn't see that at a church event. You would just see persons who would be like our parents or our grandparents. But now at your events, you see a huge amount of young people that hands are lifted, hands are raised, they're singing, they're shouting, they're worshiping. What does that mean to you as a person who has accepted the call of God and the vision of God to activate worship into the country?
It's but they've really been the closest and the most impactful in my life. Those, and I would consider them to be my spiritual advisors.
Now you have a group of friends that you call the Destiny Helpers, who
Mm.
are around to help you or push you to your destiny or making sure that you stay on the right track. Tell me a little bit about that. Because you call them all the time, every time you have an event. Just as previously as the Women in Worship, Alabaster Box, and also Men in Worship, you were able to mention their names. Tell us about the Destiny Helpers.
The Destiny Helpers, Jonathan, um, Krishna, Gladstone, and a guy um, named Travis Edge. But they have been, they came into my life when I was at a critical point in my life where I thought many things were going to happen to me in terms of my health and um, many other different things. But these people have really helped to, I guess, with the help of God,
Right.
mold me. Not like had had a hand in molding where I am beginning, where I am, you know, going now in my life. Um, they both have their different ways of connecting to me. They both have their different ways of getting on my nerves. Um,
Yes, including me.
yeah, but I love them dearly. And in terms of events, they both have really, if you look at it, they really have um, they taken note of each of the event and they help me with it. For example, Jonathan is the singer now. You know, one of the I would regard to be one of the greatest gospel singers in Nassau. And United Worship with
But any event, period, yeah.
To be honest with you, YouTube and prayer, really. Um, I get on YouTube and I find my worship and then I soak. And through that soaking, the Lord speaks to me, and along with research, along with those other things that you do for an event, but YouTube and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see United Worship going beyond the waters of the Bahamas and into the U.S. and also not even the U.S. as a global event?
Of course I do. You talk about having a dream, and even sitting here with you, having this conversation, I'm thinking of what is the next move for 2017 and 2018 and 2019 and then 2020, which I believe we'll be here for one more year, and then I think we're going to branch off into United Worship Jamaica, and United
Okay.
Worship USA, and
Okay.
United Worship Haiti.
Okay.
hmm
Okay. All right.
So we've got to go to the world, I think.
I absolutely
Mhm.
agree. In a nutshell, what is worship to you? Because you're hosting an event that says United Worship, but what